thought I'd record this one for posterity. Yeah, I'm not sure this one's ever gonna make the night of day, but I just thought it's highly typical. I was gonna do this for a bit of fun, but I thought you've got to record what actually happened. Yeah, I really have. Right, I've basically done my old trick of giving myself a year. I've got one decent. I'm just going to go to the shop. Yeah, I know I wouldn't do this normally, but yeah, this is what I got with giving myself a year. Paid off the loan as I normally do, and this is what I got. This is all second-hand equipment. It's a bit of a. I've got to be honest. I have never, don't think I've ever had such a wide range of second-hand equipment. I got that one's the lorry with a slouch. I really do wish they'd fix it. I really do. As soon as you stick something on it, it starts to slouch. But it's a cracking lorry. Apart from that, I've got that. That was 4,000. I got that. That was 9,000. I got that. That was 21. That was 19. I've not got a header for it, but then I haven't got any. We've just got a grass bed. Got a sprayer. That one keeps on cropping up. I've got this one. I'm not sure if it worked. This is the one I got on Rogue River Valley that didn't actually pick up any attachments. So on camera now, we'll quickly do that. Let's buy a. Yeah, I'm going to go for the big bag handler because this is for a bit of fun. Really, this one is. This is just, yeah, for one of those sessions where you just haven't got the energy to do one of your proper Let's Plays, because I always find it adds pressure on. And you see, I'm okay with this because I don't think I'm ever going to. So therefore, because I don't think I'm going to do it, there's no pressure on me to actually perform well. Let's see now. Will this? Yes, that is a telehandler. Let's grab that wherever it has parked. Yeah, and you've gone. This is a fantastic. This is Greenhills Estate. Yeah, it is. Now I've come on here a couple of times. I actually quite like this. I don't remember who it's by, but yeah, I really do like it. This is one of the best of these going through for a year. I'll show you as well in a minute. Now this time it could have been Rogue River Valley. Right, okay, let me just show you the stats, how long I've been on. Obviously this is, yeah, I am on hard economy. Yeah, this is a proper start from scratch with absolutely nothing. Yeah, let me just show you. We want to be on pounds, and yeah, this is the one we want. Years played 2. I've had 24 minutes in total. All I've done is cycled through a single year, seeing what came up in the things, and this is what I've got. So I've got a tree begun. I've got the 42 metre Bredel 4-tonner. I've had that on a few. It's 32 tonner. That's not bad. So we've got a forage. We haven't got a baler, so that's what we'll be going to lose. Also got that, and I thought that's interesting because what I might do is what I threatened to do. If this ever let me the light of day, I would actually have buy the proper crane, but have it here, and we would lease it off if we needed to put a back on, and we would just treat this as a normal trailer. But I also had that drop, and that's a monster. I didn't realise how big that was, 109 tons. So I'm not sure we'd need that, but yeah, it's an option. Then we've got the sprayer. That's the normal Bredel. That was a snippet as well. I'd probably extend that for scanning fields, and that for perhaps bales. It's small, but yeah, I mean that can also be bale configuration for nothing. That's either the Mack Truck 53 foot's job. So to be honest, yeah, the only thing, yeah, which you saw me, this was the only tractor apart from a bit of a monster one that said it was 56,000, but then it automatically switches. It was one of the dog ones, I think, and it literally switched. It ended up being 160, and I thought, I can't afford it, it's going to clear me out. And then obviously I thought, oh yeah, but what happens if you don't get a tractor drop? And then I think it was February before March, yeah, this is the month, I said 1 year, and this is it. Bought this field. We did have 200 and something. The field prices are normal. Yeah, they're not good, they're not bad. So yeah, I would say they're normal. really. I've got crop rotation. I've got just about every. Yeah, I've had a good roam around. 53 is where that the grey slab that you see there. Now that is where you normally start. There's a couple of sheds still on, but all of the normal new farmer sheds, they're all gone. So, but you have been left a couple. There's no crafty bits of equipment. I haven't found any placeables, but that doesn't mean. And we own just the. Now I did buy this one here, 62. Now let me just pop back to the shop. As I said again, I wouldn't do this. Yeah, because I had to put the placeables down, but the one placeable, and I went for the radiator. It is a bit of a beast, but I knew I needed to. If I was on hard economy, that was on hard economy. It was good as well. This bit of land is ours, which there's not much we can do, but I thought we can stick that in, and it's legit. I did that on month 1, and we could also put something here, whether it be a. I don't know what. And then this little patch here is ours as well, which is right next to the shop. So we could have something going on here. But yeah, it was mainly for a foothold on the map because it was 10, 11,000. And then I knew I was going to buy a. Now these ones here are super duper. Yeah, this 53 one, it's fully loam. Look at that. It's a beaut. But it was the fact that it's got half of that, over half is the farmyard. I would like to build up to that because we're not far away from it, truthfully. Let's go back to that. And I know I wouldn't normally do this, but as I say, this is just really right now a bit of fun. So it's a grass field, so we do need to buy mowers, and it's fairly large. It is 3.49 hectares. I don't know if this is classed as. This looks like special grass to me, so I don't know what growth stage it's in, or. So we wait till next month to see if it grows and save the game now so we can come back. And are these fields? We can't really tell because we've got nothing to actually. Yeah, I don't know if these are ones hedges you can move or not. I can't remember who the map maker is. Whether I do like those hedges. They are quite different. Right. So yeah, I'm not sure. What I'm going to do is, I think we are going to save the game, and then on camera we are going to literally speed this up till next month. We need to be out of that to sleep anywhere, and 8 o'clock still. We're going to go to April to see if that grass actually is growing, because if it isn't, the trouble is, if it goes to second growth stage, we can only plant. So if we've got a harvester, my plan is to make a proper field of crop, but yeah, I'm not going to waste the crop. Oh, that is definitely growing. That is definitely second growth stage. Now April. Now then, April. We can still plant in April. So that's what I'm thinking. So we'd have to turn around. We could plant oats. Oats is one of my favourite because it does straw as well, and a good little earner. We've obviously got nothing at the minute, but we have that little slab we could stick a production on or something, or we could use part of this field as well. I suppose we're still 169,000. That went up quite nicely. Yeah, so we've got to cut the grass. This is second growth stage. If I risked one more month, then we are limiting what we can. Oh, I'm glad we saw that. Hate that. That setting is awful. Yeah, right. No, we want that one there. Yeah, we could. I suppose you could go corn or soy, or even sorghum if we went till tomorrow morning and cut this then. But it's not that important that we get the grass. I've not put BGA down or anything like that. In fact, I don't even know if there is one. I would imagine this looks like one of those almost like a no man landy Calmlands type thing, but in England. Yeah, there's very little going on. Let's have a quick look on camera. Yeah, it really is just a sell point. It looks to me like the slab of land next to us is one where you would place any placeables like a BGA. So let's have a look at the one above, the animal dealer. And let's see. That is really just a bale sell point. So this is one for where I would stick down my. I do like the style of the map. I've got to be honest. I'm quite impressed with it. I really am. The look is so. Yeah, it really is. I can see why it's Greenhills Estate. It is very much like some massive. Where do you get out of this place? Aha, there. You two, right? Smashing. Yeah, it is. It's very, very sparse. Oh, there are fields at the bottom. So I would imagine there's probably some, and I don't mean a lot of contracts, but I would say, yeah, there are lineman and weeding contracts. So obviously the field sizes are tiny on the few that are actually sort of ready. But yeah, I think we're going to make our own sort of doing. So there's only those 3, 4, 1, 2, and then everything else. Oh, that's a point. We didn't go up to the top, did we? Can we visit the other one? Yeah, it is just the summer, just as it says. So there is no BGA. So I would use my. Yeah, I've always said this. I've recently come to the conclusion that probably the BGA is one of the first businesses I'd probably have after, second only to the farm production pack by Matana. I'd probably have that on almost all to assist me with making. I mean, the Hessian farm is 5,000 cheaper, but that does so much more for 20,000. It's so fantastic. Probably the second one would almost always be the all-in-one production by the Lord, and then thirdly, I would probably go for the BGA. In fact, it might be the BGA first. No, it wouldn't, because I'd want to make. Yeah, you'd either go for a clamp or you'd go for the farm production sort of pack, wouldn't you? So, right. Anyway, so that's the plan. Literally, we're going to chop the grass. So, what are we going to buy? Yeah, oh, that's a point. We did go for a month. Did we get anything? No, yeah, but we've gone loose now, so I'm not going to faff around. 10.8 metre. That's not going to do. We need it. Let's while we've got some money though. No. I always say this: if I'm going to turn this around, I could have the header for that, as unlikely as it seems, drop tomorrow morning, and I'd kick myself if I bought it now when we don't need it. We really don't need it. So this is a 116 horsepower tractor, so it isn't the most powerful. You can see the radio tower in the distance, so we're not far from the shop with this field. But yeah, I was thinking it was more about working up to where the proper farmyard was originally, because it has got a couple of buildings to begin with. A lot of the fields are humongous and are not expensive. Yeah, I was going to buy field 27 because it's my favourite number, but steel yourself. It's a little bit out of my price range, only just. But then I thought I'm going to need fertiliser and all the type of usual stuff, so I can't buy that and leave myself absolutely skinned. So that's why I've gone for that field there. Right, let's go back down. So we've got to go for probably in a pinch, I would always go for the 7 metre one, or I'd go for the Black Sheep Modding 6.8 metre one that also can mulch, so it can mow or mulch. So again, start from scratches, you often have to go for. Now the shop is here. Yeah, so maybe I would go for the Batwing, really, probably, because it's 2 for 1. Really, I mean, I am tempted because it's cheaper to go for the 7 metre, but again, we can always buy that another time. Yeah, there's only 7,000, and that is a point actually. How much? There are some really decent mulches now. Let's just go back now. Obviously, there was a time when that was what you did, but I think there are some rollers that now. I think it's under rollers. It was and it was only dropped the other day. This is actually a new mod. Now that was my old. The Mare is my go-to, has been for a long time. It was this one, I'm sure it was, and you can do it in a 9 metre. Yeah, 11,000. I'm sure it does both. I'm sure you can do. I'm sure this does both. I'm sure it said it was, but I might be wrong. Yeah, that was fantastic as well. Ah, that's right. They don't all say that they do, but this one does rolling and it does. Yeah, the Cambridge type roller. I'm sure it does. Yeah, and that's the front roller, so you could roll. I mean, look at the price of these. They are amazing. 6 metre for 6,000. Yeah, I mean, the Kiosk is one I've had quite a lot. I love the 7.6, but yeah, again, it's not. So there's an awful lot of things. Let's go for mulches and see. I'm sure I think they are all mulches as well. Yeah, the Farigos. Now I've had those, again, 6 metre mulches. I'm sure that can be flipped to a roller as well. Sure it can. So right, okay, so they're not, they are one or the other. Right, okay, that's still brilliant, because it's still, but when you consider the fact that that does mulching and that, then that probably still represents better value for money. Truthfully, yeah, it does. I agree, actually. So we will go for what I originally, it's always nice to have a look and to go through your reasoning. It really is, yeah. Although that's a 9 metre and this is a 6 point, that's 11,000, and that would be 18,000 versus 15,000. I think we'll go for this. We'll go for the light system though, and we will go mulch and no at the minute. That's the first bit of new equipment we bought. We're also going to need a windrower. Yeah, and so because it's a start from scratch and we haven't had any windrows come up in, yeah, well, I think, are we going to, no, we're not going to go for that, to go into the right malarkey. Oh, we could actually though, thinking about it, do we go for the Swadro? The cheaper Merge Max. Yeah, I've been trying to sort of do this where you go to the right and make the windrows massive. Do we? I think we will go that. We're going to need every penny that we can at the minute. I do like this. And for once I'm going to muck around with the design colour on this because I can. I think we're going to go white and we are going to go, which is going to mean silver if we go chrome. Oh, I do like that. It's very different. Yeah, I've always had it at the red, so we are going to buy that. That is our windrower, not the biggest, but it's a fantastic value for money, 35 horsepower. So we've got that, we have a forage pickup, we are going to have to place some stuff down there, so I'm not sure, do we come, is this where we're going to store, yeah, farm supply production. I think we're going to go in there with that, because it's just sticking out, just the one thing I would say. It is tiny though now, so we shall see. Could also, yeah, I mean, I suppose I could actually get rid of those trees. We could do our first bit of work, I suppose. I'm not sure if this can handle the tree begotten, if I'm honest. It might well struggle. The Warrior Plus, that, it's the Roadrunner is my absolute favourite, and that actually does have the front thing. That has a rear hitch, but it doesn't have a... I don't think this is... Oh, not only does it not, yeah, we need a way already. Mind you, we do. There's not a single Let's Way you can really... I don't think this has got the... You know, oh, it can. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those with it only being 116 horsepower though that I have to like stop, start to actually make it happen. Now this is... I've repaired one item already. This very tractor is somewhere over here by this door, the little door. And yeah, repair. It's fantastic. Now we are going to need a way as well. Let's just go around the corner. I've got that lowered, if you're wondering why all of a sudden it's not. Yeah, it's scraping. I know it's a little bit naughty, but... Right, okay then. Wait, we're going to... Well, I'm going to go for the pass-through, because that would always be my first weight of choice, then followed by... And I know it's boring, you could say, but it's just that they represent the best value and are adjustable. I mean, there are quite a few adjustable weights. That's reasonably adjustable, but looks a little bit funny. It is good, though, in a lot of ways with a hitch as well. It is, but we are going to need a wee throw as well. Let's grab that now, and we will... No, we will. We literally will change. We're going to go red. Yeah. Then we are going to go for, which is only a couple down. well, a bit more than a couple actually, but yeah, we're going to go for the Reuter ink, and we're going to go for that, and then we're going to go for the right next door max weights and main colour. Black, the absence of all colour. Brilliant. 900, amazing value for that. Right, okay, I think that'll do us, and we'll just see if we can chop that down a little bit. Yeah, I know I don't normally do any work at all on the very first session, but really this time it's more about we can at least get a bit of work done now. Do we need both on, or just one? Well, how heavy? Oh, it's a very light tractor actually. I didn't realise it was quite that light. So it might not cope well. Wow, I really didn't realise that, yeah, that this was that sort of small. I think, was that going to be heavy? Just teetering. Right, so this is reverse. And you're going to need to just grab those. It is teetering, it is really wanting to like fall, but that's just making the difference. Let's get these little bushes out of the way so that we might be able to yeah, it's Frithgar is what I was trying to say. Yeah, Frithgar had one of these. Brilliant. Yeah. no, I don't mean the yeah, I mean the tractor. Or was it the smaller one? Actually, I think it was the smaller one. Yeah, he had the 50-60 horsepower one. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about anything like too close to that, because we're not going to right, smash in. Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to go that far back, but yeah, at least we've cleared off. And I'm saving that because you never know what we're going to do. If we're going to make this the farm build, which I don't think we will, but we could have a production and maybe the BGA here, perhaps. Well, it makes sense in a way if you're going to have the farm. I've got to say this right, because there's the original farm supply production, and now there's the farm. Now that's something I want to look at as well. The animal product warehouse that sort of, I don't know if it sells it in an animal, but we can store. That's it. It stores it for you. Right. So we want. Confuse myself now. Yeah, this here, and it's that one there actually. Yeah, I would. I hate doing that, but yeah, in some ways, no, because it's going to show, isn't it? Now, you only need a front. So actually, I think if we're going to do that, probably want to do that. Tucks in the corner, like so. Brilliant. Okay, now, don't think we need anything else other than that. And we're not going to do what I normally do and stick the tap right near it, because it's frequently then I can't actually grab anything out of it. Right, so we've got that. I'm just trying to think of all the things that we need to do. Right, we're going to leave the tree be gone here for any other activities that we need this for. It was so reasonable that I thought, you know, I wouldn't normally buy this. I'd usually lease it. I thought, well, we've only got to chop 3 or 4 trees down, or you know, tree stumps, and you've about, yeah, it's not worth quibbling about. There's not many Let's Plays I don't actually have that, so I thought we'd grab it. Right, so then we need to be grabbing, I would imagine this is, we're going to have to record a course for this. I can't imagine this working off the bat with Courseplay. I think it's going to be those plain meadow type grasses, but yeah, you don't always know. Wow, that is a monster. See, wow, that's 109 tons. That is going to be a great asset. Yeah, the lorries, I think it was 460, 480 horsepower. Can I get past this little lot? So yeah, I don't think I've ever had such a fantastic lineup, balanced lineup of equipment in that scenario. Usually there's a gap. I mean, obviously we didn't have the mower That's all. And mowers aren't really a problem, let's be honest. You can, I mean, as I said, my 7 metre one I can get for 7,300 or 7,400. So that's not ever going to break the bank. It's not your mower that's going to stop you. It's your other things like your forage wagons or balers or things like that, which are, they are the ones that are going to break the bank. And we had those drops. So let's just see, can we, is this a normal field? I mean, I know it's not a normal field in a way, but what I mean is I don't think this is going to be one that Courseplay can actually read. Now then, we have not done any. Let's just see. Am I going to be... No, I'm not. It does not detect that as a field. Well, let's make a new folder as well. It's field 30. Right, in that case, I'm going to do a quick run around. It's not the fastest of tractors, but yeah, it is a tractor. Right, I'm going to do my field recording. Yeah, we might well... I'm going to give myself a bit of a headland because there's the turnaround space for when this becomes a normal field, and you've got to be careful because Courseplay doesn't like it. Might well get rid of that tree, things like that. Now then, let's do the recording, and which is the little blob there, which I've figured out now finally. And yeah, let's get cracking. Let's make a headland. Fairly decent one as well. Yeah, I'm quite very no. I'm going a little bit too big. But yeah, it is funny. You do need turnaround space really. And also, yeah, if this is our first field, we could actually still have a couple of productions, smaller ones around the edge. I doubt I'll do that on this one because I'm thinking of that over there. I need to keep enough money to do a couple of productions though, like the all-in-one by the law now, and maybe the BGA, one or the other. If we're going BGA, that's I could live with just that because it will bring in some money like reasonably quickly. But yeah, I've sort of got to be careful not to spend this 128,000. We're obviously going to have to get seeds and all that type of stuff. So we've got to save 60 odd thousand. I think, I'm not sure if the BGA will go there. I think I'd like to look at that next before. Well, I'll set this going, I think. And whilst the tractor mows, you're going to pop and see if the... Yeah, because I'd like to place everything that I'm going to place. Well, we're not on mulcher, so yeah. Always a little bit... yeah, and it's a unique colour. I went for chrome again. I love that new mod. It is amazing. Right, anyway, we need to be creating a course now. Now we really should. You can see CPU. I do love that feature of Courseplay is, and it is selected already. 6.8 metre, and I would say 4. It's a nice shaped field as well. It's big. Right, so save, activate, 6.8 metres. And we're going to get rid of that. I don't want to see anything. And go. Let's make sure. Yeah, it's a bit of a paranoia. This is really. It is. I've got to be honest. It's yeah, that's good. It's good enough for me. Right, now we're going to have to run up on because that was our vehicle. Luckily, we're not there very far down this. Yeah, I love the character to this. I did the very first time. It is. I think it is fairly flat, which is. Yeah, a little bit un-English, truthfully. But then there are certain areas. Yeah, Lincolnshire, where I spent most of my adult life. Yeah, really, for many years I was in Lincolnshire, and the Boston area is called New Holland. Yeah, so that is for a special reason, and so much as it's very flat. So yeah, it is. There's a lot of flowers growing in that area and things like that. Right, we want the windrower, and of course we haven't. Do we buy a small tractor, or are we gonna? No, I thought one thing tractor is really, now there are some, I mean the farm all is good enough for things like windrowing. trying to think. I don't think there's anything else in the small thing that it would literally be as reasonable as the Farmall. Yeah, I mean, there are some cracking mods. 20 odd thousand, you can get quite a decent old tractor. Yeah, off the second-hand market, but brand new if you know. Yeah, the Little Zeta is one of my absolute favourites. Really is. I've had that on many a Let's Play. But the Farmall now is the new kid on the block. A bit like the old grey tractors that used to be in FS19 that I would often go as a go-to. I mean, I love the Agro Star as well, but again, there's that one. That is a point. But when you look, the Farmall has only 2 horsepower. Now that can have a front loader, a strange one. Yeah, and that's a good one as well. But again, yeah, we only need it for light. We will upgrade it straight away. And I would like it in to be a standard 4-wheeler. Go maximum 225. It can't have. Oh, it can. Sorry, it can have the Pepe 978 front thing as well. But we'll keep it as it is for now, and we will. I'm going to use the proper colours. Actually, I do love these reds that they actually provide themselves. I do. I think we're going to go white or silver. I think, and we're going to buy that. Right, fantastic. For 3,550. Yes, it's not the fastest thing on the thing, but who cares? I do like the fact. I do love the open cab ones. I really have fallen in love with that on Calmlands, which I fixed the Calmlands animal problem. I know. Well, I don't know which mod it was. I narrowed it down. I took every single animal type thing off of it, thinking it was those. It was none of that. It was a couple of scripty type based. I'm not sure what I mean. I took the last 4 mods off with it. My Cow Pasture by Royal Christie one. I've never known that ever to and then what else was? What did I find? I took off in the end. Set this going next, I think. And then when the Rigitrack's finished, ooh, now that is a point. Can we cope? Can we pull the? That is a point. Yeah, I mean this is not a big one, but ooh, that's gonna be a bit of a 150 horsepower. It is in the range. It might well just slow down, and it is a flat field, so we may be all right. But yeah, that is true. It's a good job that we didn't go for the 50 tonner or the one above the 32 ton one, because that we would not be in the range of that at all. Right, so let's create the course for this. Let's windrow this, and let's get that grass in. I'm going to time lapse this. I've got to crack on as if I am going to do this. I might well not, but we shall see. Yeah, I've got way too much on already. This would be a secret one that I would release in a long time, I would say, because there's no way I'm going to be doing this just now. That no, we won't do the 6.5 metre. That's already selected. It's so close though, isn't it? For generate, save, activate 6.5 meters. Why do you insist on showing me that first? Probably could be a set. Oh, not first. Fantastic. How are we doing? It looks like the mower's doing a cracking job. Right, anyway, it's the time lapse into, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, that is the last load. One thing I'd like to do before I go, yeah, I'd like to finish one thing. I'd just like to test out. This should work, but it's on the upper edges of its possibility. It will probably lose a bit of MPH. Yeah, it won't be able to do this properly. I was debating, I've done it before and it does sort of work, but it is, yeah, obviously it's 180 horsepower plough, the one we just bought. Sorry, yeah, I'm expecting you to read my mind now, aren't I? Yeah, basically I bought that one because it's a 6 metre and I can use it. I know, well, I think I can. I've never tried it with a Rigitrack. I always find it's weird. 100 horsepower tractor is 100 horsepower tractor, but it's not always. Yeah, it's so I'd just like to try that one last thing. Well, chuffed with our progress though. Yeah, I was again. It's pretty much. It just managed that 100. I think that was 150 horsepower as well, wasn't it? What was that? Yeah. Again, the Pottinger, the Faro, however you pronounce it. That. Yeah, I would like, obviously top priority is things like sheds and stuff, but it is also the fact that, as in with many things, it's priorities. Yeah, we've got, literally things to do first. So right, let's try, grab that plough and see if we can, where is it? Where is the plough? Well, there's a point. Where is the plough? Is it last thing down? Could be. Oh dear. Okay. I see where the plough is. I think this is a reset jobby. Yeah, I think we're going to need to grab a couple of things out of the way. And yes, what's the percentage on that? Ooh, 76%. We'll grab the telehandler weight. We'll move that out of the way. Yeah, let's repair this. It shouldn't take too much. Shouldn't. Am I in the... Right, fantastic. Telehandler. Let's grab that. And then we're going to reset the... I think let's get this the right way around. Yeah, we will reset the plough, which seems to have somehow got itself into the... Strange that this was, because this is not my... I love Manitous. This is my least favourite Manitou. Its speed is really quite poor, but you don't normally taz all over the place with a Manitou, really. I do prefer the one that's 27 miles an hour, but yeah, it is what it is. Right, let's reset that. Apologies for this, but this is the one time you do need to reset. Oh, now then. It should be that last thing there. Should. Aha, that's better. Right, smash it. Let's drop the, drop the Redall off. And we're going to have a look to see if this should be able to do it. I have done it before, but as I say, tractors vary from manufacturer to manufacturer. So these are known as tough little nuts, though. So I'm glad I've got the Rigitrack. It's one of those tractors that it's always more expensive than a more reasonable one. So I've always avoided it. Oh, I do like the colour on that. Yeah. Now allow Craig Fields. And we just want to just test it, and then I'm going to leave the plough until next session. But I just wanted to just test this because it should work. Obviously, the good thing about the 6 metre is actually it can, with the right kind of tractor, go at I think slightly faster than every other plough. But because because we're underpowered, we're not going to get that. Yeah, definitely not. Right. Oh no, I always do that. Now then, be careful. I really don't want to be going beyond the edge. Now then, let's just put this on cruise and see how slowly we manage to do this. Ooh. Yeah, I used to find this before with this. when it really is. It's just strange how with different tractors. Yeah, I think the very first time I used this was on a British map, not Purbeck. It was one of those type though, and I thought it was rubbish. I think actually it did say it was a lower horsepower back then, whereas it is 180 horsepower. Now you can see it's going to take forever and a day if we do it like this. So I'm trying to think, right, do we lease a tractor until we can afford we can't, there's definitely no chance we can buy a tractor. There are a couple we can lease, medium tractors that are very, very reasonable. Yeah, they're obviously modded. These are older tractors that are I can contact the shop and right, that is you, and we only need it 170. You should do, but it doesn't really cost you that much more. Ooh, 4,000. Ah, yeah, that is a point. What about you? You're 170. Now that's more like it. Now, there are some. Right, that is a point. Smaller tractors. The Fiat is a slow poke, but it's got a powerful engine. Yeah, I know there's the Valmet, but that's 150 again. I'm thinking of with the one we did see earlier, which is, at least I thought we did. I'm sure we did. Was it? Ah, it is. It's that one there. The Fiat Rebuild, 185. No, that's wheels. Isn't it this? Yes, it is. Turbo and intercooler. Lease for 1331. I think that's what we're going to go with. Yes. Right, brilliant. We should get that doing next year. It is what it is. We really can't manage it. It's, yeah, I have known. I mean, it is. Oh, that's the point. Actually, is this? Have we upgraded this? Yeah, I can't remember what the horsepower was. That's the last thing we're going to do. We're just going to check that, because if it is the 80 or 100, I think this goes up to 116 horsepower. If it isn't the 116, then it really would not stand much of a chance with that anyway. I thought it was upgraded to the 116, but we shall see. Yeah, managed very well on that, I've got to be honest, but we shall see. I didn't really need to do this. Could have just looked in our garage just to have a look, couldn't I, really? It is 116 horsepower, so yeah, it is sort of a slightly weaker version, if I remember rightly. This has got a hitch, so there's some jobs like ploughing. Oh, yeah, but not that kind of plough. Yeah, there is the drag type plough that this actually could do, but not the pull type. I suppose. Oh, I could have. Yeah, that is true, actually. I could have done, because it's got the electrics. We could have done the... I should show you what I'm waffling on about. Yeah, is it miscellaneous? I think it's got its own category, hasn't it? I can't think of the name. I'll see it when I see it. Cord headers, dollies. It's like a dolly, but it's the... I think it is in miscellaneous. I think there are more than one of them now as well. Yeah, my word brain's just not working. Well, it is, but not for this type of thing, not intricate things. Right, come on, where are you? The trailed lifter, that's right. I think there are a few trailed lifters now, aren't there, as well? I think there's another one. Sure there is. miscellaneous is always so massive. Come on, I'm sure there is another one, I'm sure. I could have leased that, I suppose, instead, and then used the truck and kept it all in-house. Oh, no, that's... so it's the 7,000 one that is actually the newer one, and the 15,000 one. I think it's a copy of it, really, isn't it? But yeah, we could have done that, but we've done it now. Yeah, we've got the Fiat. We'll get that done next session, get the ploughing done. But for now, I am going to say... thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this. Oh yeah, I really do like this. It's a very interesting map. Someone's engine is running. Yeah, so I've got good feelings about this, if I'm honest. I like the look of it the first couple of times I took a look at it, but I'd always was in the middle of something else. This one is one I'm just going to do at my leisure, and I may or may not release it a long time ago. Yeah, it's going to be my secret project that I'll probably do bit by bit, and then I'll put it up at one point when we're out of a map, or if I was poorly ever, I suppose I could release it then, so I can still keep some episodes going. But yeah, all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.